Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome back to another What's for Dinner video this week. If you're new here, my name is Casey. Hello and welcome. I usually post What's for Dinner videos every Sunday. I hope you enjoy. So on Sunday we had tacos. This turned into a family movie night and I made an entire video for this, so I will post a link to that video in the description box below. So I am considered an essential employee, so I did have to work Monday and I had to work late that night. So on the way home, I decided to support one of our local businesses and I went to this little pizza shop and got 3 of the little personalized pizzas and some wings and some breadsticks. They are doing curbside ordering, of course. It wasn't anything that I went inside and purchased. I stayed outside and they brought it to our car. Also, this pizza place has been supporting the medical staff at our hospital, so I thought if I was going to give back to anybody at this point that I would definitely give back to them. Everything they've done to feed the medical staff is really appreciated. And on Tuesday, we had shake and bake pork chops. This is just the extra crispy shake and bake. And I just follow the instructions on the back of the pack for that. And then I put these in the oven at 350 for 30 minutes. I'm also cooking some of the rice medley, so I'm just getting 2 cups of water started here and some butter. I also just followed the package instructions on the back of the rice. I'm just going to start a can of corn in the back. I will be adding salt and butter to the corn. And I just heat up a can of pinto beans and a can of turnip greens in the microwave. And I'm just going to add salt to those. Only my boys really eat the macaroni and cheese, so I just fixed these 2 little single serving size of Kraft macaroni and cheese for them. Here is everything done once the pork chops are done: the macaroni and cheese, the rice medley, and the turnip greens, pinto beans, and corn. And here's my plate. The only thing that I don't have is the macaroni and cheese. I know this is a what's for dinner video, but on Wednesday I wanted to show y'all my lunch. It is my favorite meatballs and cream of mushroom gravy, and then we eat it on rice. I will put a link to a video for that recipe in the description box below. And then for dinner on that night, I fixed a roast with some carrots inside and some onion. Here I just have it on the saute function, and I season it with some onion powder and salt. And then once I flip it over and get the onions and carrots in it, I'm going to put it on the meat and stew setting, I think for 30 minutes. And I also put some mushrooms and a little bit of vegetable broth. I'm just going to heat up a can of corn in the back with a little bit of butter and salt. I just peeled and diced about 5 medium-sized yellow potatoes. The roast is done. It's just falling apart. It smells so good. Now the potatoes are done at this point. I'm just going to add some butter and mash those. Here is my plate. I just have some of the roast and the carrots and mushrooms and onions, and we have to eat ranch on our roast. And I have some corn and mashed potatoes. On Thursday is the day that I started the plant-based diet. This is some plant-based chili. It's just 1 can of the diced tomatoes, 2 cans of Great Value chili beans, 1 packet of McCormick's chili mix, and I do end up adding a can of drained and rinsed black beans, and I just season it with garlic salt and onion powder. And this is how I fixed my boys. I did add cheese and sour cream to theirs. That is the only way they will eat it. And on Friday, I cooked the boys some, I guess you'd call it pepper steak on rice. I'm just cutting 2 pretty good sized steaks up here, and I got it on the saute function. And I'm going to add some onions and bell peppers and mushrooms and season it with some onion powder and salt. And then once I get all of that sauteed really good, I think I end up cooking it on the meat and stew function for 30 minutes. I forgot I added this steak seasoning from Aldi and a little bit of butter. Then I'm going to add a pack of McCormick's brown gravy mix into a cup of water and add that before I get it started. And that night for dinner, my daughter and I just had a can of diced tomatoes with some bell pepper and onion and a packet of the dried zesty Italian seasoning mix, and we eat that on rice. I've got 2 of the golden potatoes that I peeled and diced up to put in a can of green beans. And then I've got some elbow macaroni cooking so I can make some macaroni and cheese for the boys. The rice is done at this point, so I'm just going to add some plant-based butter because my daughter and I will also be eating it. And I'm just going to set that to the side. I think I ended up adding 10 to 12 pieces of sliced American cheese to the elbow macaroni. These are my boys' plates. My youngest son will not touch green beans or potatoes. So this is their dinner for the night. I had green beans and potatoes left, some macaroni and cheese. After putting a plate up for the next day, still had some rice left and some of the meat mixture as well. On Saturday, I had pre-cooked some russet potatoes in the Instant Pot to meal prep, and we just had that with some of the plant-based chili over top of it, a vegan cheese sauce, and some pickled purple onions. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to become part of our family. Thank you for watching.